Picture this. It's a bright Saturday morning at the garden center. I'm standing in the fertilizer aisle, surrounded by rows of colorful plastic bags and bottles. I grab my phone, check my banking app, and realize something sickening. I had spent over $300 on fertilizers in just 1 year. $300 on synthetic chemicals that I had to keep buying, over and over, like a subscription I never signed up for. That's when I remembered my grandmother's garden. She never bought a single bag of fertilizer. Not one. Yet, her tomatoes were the size of softballs, and her greens were the envy of the whole neighborhood. She had a secret that the multi-billion-dollar fertilizer companies desperately do not want you to know. There are plants, living, breathing plants, that actually create fertilizer right in your soil for free. They naturally enrich your ground year after year without you ever spending another dime. I stopped buying the blue stuff 3 years ago, and my garden has never been healthier. Welcome back to Home Garden Fix, where we help you garden smarter, not harder. Today, I'm revealing 7 incredible plants that replace fertilizer forever. If you stick around until the end, I'll show you exactly how I combine these 7 plants into a self-fertilizing system that does the work for you. Before we dive in, let's get honest in the comments. How much did you waste on fertilizer last year? Be brave, drop the number below. I want to see who we're saving the most money today. And if you're ready to stop feeding the chemical industry and start feeding your soil, hit that subscribe button right now. Let's start with the heavy hitter, white clover. This isn't just a weed in your lawn. It's a high-performance nitrogen factory. Clover is a legume, which means it has a symbiotic relationship with bacteria on its roots. These tiny heroes take nitrogen gas from the air and turn it into food for your plants. I use it as a living mulch between my vegetable rows. It stays low, suppresses weeds, and keeps the soil cool. But here's the pro tip. Every few weeks, I take my trimmer and chop and drop the clover. When you cut the tops, the roots dive back slightly, releasing a massive burst of nitrogen exactly where your vegetables can grab it. I saved $60 last year alone just by letting clover grow in my paths. Why pay for nitrogen when it's floating in the air for free? If clover is the nitrogen king, Comfrey is the mineral queen. This plant has taproots that can drill down 10 feet deep into the subsoil. It pulls up potassium, phosphorus, and calcium that your vegetables can't reach. I grow the Bocking 14 variety because it won't take over your garden. I harvest the leaves 4 times a year. They are so nutrient-dense that they have the same NPK ratio as expensive commercial fertilizers. I use them as mulch for my tomatoes. If you've ever dealt with blossom end rot, you need Comfrey. It brings up the calcium your plants are starving for. One plant can produce fertilizer for 20 years. Imagine the savings. Most people grow beans just to eat them, but on Home Garden Fix, we grow them for the soil. Fava beans are cold-hardy powerhouses. They fix nitrogen even in the chilly months. Here is the controversial part. After you harvest the beans, do not pull the plant out of the ground. Cut it at the surface. Leave those nitrogen-rich root nodules in the dirt to rot. It's like burying a bag of fertilizer right under your next crop of tomatoes. Last year, my tomatoes following fava beans produced 40% more fruit. That's free food and free fertilizer. If you have hard, compacted clay soil, stop buying expensive soil conditioners. You need the Daikon Radish. We call this the biotiller. These roots grow 2 feet long and break through clay like a jackhammer. When winter hits, the radish dies and rots in the ground, leaving behind huge tunnels filled with organic matter. It's like a deep tissue massage for your soil. It brings up potassium from the deep and holds nitrogen so it doesn't wash away in the rain. I haven't used a mechanical tiller in years thanks to this radish. Quick check-in. Are you enjoying these money-saving fixes? If so, smash that like button. It helps the YouTube algorithm show this to other gardeners who are tired of being ripped off by big box stores. Alfalfa is known as the queen of forages, and for good reason. It fixes more nitrogen than almost any other plant, up to 250 pounds per acre. It also contains triacontanol, a natural growth hormone that makes your plants grow faster and greener. I keep a small patch in the corner of my yard. I cut it, dry it, and use it as a tea. Stuff some alfalfa in a 5-gallon bucket, fill it with water, and let it sit for 2 weeks. It smells, well, it smells like success. Your plants will explode with growth after one drink of this green gold. Borage is a beautiful herb with blue flowers that bees love, but its secret is in its deep taproot. It mines potassium and silica from the earth. Potassium is what makes your fruits big and your plants disease-resistant. Borage grows lightning fast. You can get a full harvest in just 6 weeks. I chop it up and mulch my peppers with it. It's an annual that seeds itself, so once you plant it, you have a lifetime supply of potassium fertilizer for the price of one tiny seed packet. Finally, we have crimson clover. I plant this in the fall. It covers the ground all winter, preventing erosion. Then, in the spring, it explodes with beautiful red flowers and a massive burst of nitrogen. This is the perfect green manure. Right before I plant my summer corn or squash, I mow the clover down and let it melt into the soil. It provides all the nitrogen a heavy feeding crop needs for the entire season. There you have it, 7 plants that prove you don't need a chemistry degree or a huge bank account to have a thriving garden. By combining these, you create a self-sustaining ecosystem where the plants feed each other. Which one of these fertilizer fixes are you trying first? Are you going for the clover carpet or the Daikon drill? Let me know in the comments. And don't forget to tell me what country you're gardening in. I love seeing our home garden fix family grow across the globe. Make sure to watch our next video where I show you exactly how to build a compost pile that never smells. Thanks for watching, and remember, keep it healthy, keep it thriving, one fix at a time. Happy gardening, friends.